Hello everyone, it's Kendon, aka Vector Collector. This is a bit of a different video. Sorry if my voice is not ideal. I kind of feel like cheeks right now, but that's besides the point. Um, got laryngitis and bronchitis or some shit like that. But this video is going to be a bit of a life update for me. Got good news and then some not so great news and then some horrible news. So let's start with the good news. Good news is I am now taking my courses at Ohio Media School for radio TV broadcasting. So hell yeah, Godspeed, and I'm really excited for that. I hope to eventually become the guy on the radio in the Cincinnati radio market, working for like 92.5, WOFX, the Fox, the classic rock station, that's Cumulus, or WGRR, or even 700 I'd like to work for. That's WOW, by the way. But yeah, started my media courses at Ohio Media School, so that's always a big plus. Super excited. They're super adapting and understanding of the whole visual impairment and things like that. The not so great news, as I said before, is I kind of feel like ass. Kind of onset came on, I don't know, Monday, something like that. But getting over it, trying to feel better. The worst news. This was a big blow for me, personally. My Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, the one I've had since day one, since before the phone even came out officially, on February 23rd, 2022, I got that phone, has died. A terrible, tragic death, actually. It wasn't planned or anything like that. I had had that phone since day one. I actually pre ordered it. We pre ordered it through Verizon. They were supposed to give us a storage upgrade, but, sucks to suck. I guess I was digging into it. So, let's start with how it happened. October 28th, about 7:30 a.m., getting ready for school, just scrolling through it. Went to go turn on TalkBack, scrolling through my Google Discover. She froze, boot looped twice, and then died. Then I could get it to turn on, but it would either not turn on or just sit and be idle, because I could feel if you have an S22, any S22, but specifically at Ultra, you know the SoC is in the top right corner of the device if you're holding it in portrait, and bottom left if you're holding it in landscape. That's where the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 or Exynos chip is. These chips are horribly inefficient, and I could feel, even sitting idle, it was not completely off. The CPU was doing something. So it would either attempt to turn on, it turned on one time and gave me this phone has been flashed with unauthorized software. I ain't fucking with that kind of software. Or it would give me a modem security error. Come to find out, because of almost 4 years of regular use, I guess the phone had just, the chip, okay, long story short, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, sorry, was horribly inefficient because it was built on Samsung's 4 nanometer process. Basically meaning how the chip was built was terribly inefficient. Over a period of time of heating up and cooling down, the chip will, and this is like microscopic measurements, will expand and contract due to thermals. Over a period of time, aka 4 years nearly of constant use, the chip had dislodged itself from the motherboard. So now I can't even get it to turn on. I have a lot of memories on that phone, a lot of personal memories. I'm obviously not going to get into it too much, but I have everything from early high school to graduation on that phone. And if you're wondering how I'm doing this now, I have a replacement S22 Ultra through Asurion, but it's never going to be the same. I plan to get an S26 Ultra, but I will do whatever it takes to fix my old phone. That was my baby. If you've had a phone that long, you know exactly how I feel. That was a big blow. That was not expected at all. Yes, that is a giggity moment, but that was not expected at all. And that one was hard. That was hard to take. Another giggity moment. But overall, I mean, I do have a new phone now. The biggest upside to this, though, if there is a silver lining, which there's very little, silver lining in this situation is that I was able to get 50 gigabytes of my most important files, that being the most important memories, off that phone before it died, because I had a flash drive. I bought a dual media 512 gig flash drive for media school, and it had a USB-C port, well, USB-C connector, so I got the most important stuff off of it because I needed storage anyway. So if there's a silver lining, that's it. But there's still a lot of other stuff on the phone that I want to get off, obviously. But other than that, that's basically the extent of this video. Just wanted to give you guys a life update. So like I said, sorry for the lack of content with the phone fucking up and stuff like that. This goes to a lesson to anyone who watches this. Back your shit up on the cloud or make copies on external storage. Do something, because these phones will eventually fail. I.e. the S22 Ultra. There's a reason that failed, and it was completely Samsung's fault. They knew the chip was horribly inefficient, especially the Exynos. You guys in the UK or Europe and stuff like that, I feel so bad for you because you have to deal with those Exynos chips in those phablet, like the handsets. The Snapdragon variant, like US, Canada, Japan, stuff like that, they should not have been as inefficient as they were. And it just goes to show that even that generation of phones, the S23 Ultra made significant improvements in cooling, and supposedly the S26 Ultra is going to do the same thing. But moral of this story, back your shit up. Never leave things on your phone. I'm willing to pay whatever it takes to, I have to send it to like Flash Fixers or something. Or there's a shop near where there's like a shop, I don't know, 40 minutes down from where I live in the big city. So I'll either take it there and they could do board level. I can't afford a reball of the CPU. I can't afford that. I want to see if I can get it reflowed, because it won't even turn on now. I want to see if I can get it reflowed. Reflow is where they will heat up a portion of the motherboard, remelting the solder. It's a temporary fix, but all I need it to be is a temporary fix. So I can smart switch all my shit, take everything off of the phone, get it onto a flash drive, smart switch everything else onto the new S22 Ultra, and retire my old phone for good. Or just keep it for just because sentimental value. If you remember, if you're a longtime viewer of my channel, I did the vibration patterns for every last one of the call, text, synchronized, non-synchronized. That was that phone. And that phone is now dead. So, that was hard to take. It's stuff like that in life you're never prepared for, but thank God for insurance. Thank God for insurance. But other than that, that's about all I had to say here. I hope you guys are doing very well. It is like almost 3 in the morning when I'm recording this, so I'm taking my happy ass to bed. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe, and I hope you have a wonderful day.